Hi friends! This video is going to cover the AMCAS or MD or allopathic medical school application's Other Impactful Experiences essay. As of 2023, when this video was made, what was previously titled the Disadvantage Statement has now been revised to be called the Other Impactful Experiences essay. But both these terms are a little vague. So what is it? What is its purpose? And how do you write it? So when you fill out the AMCAS application, you'll notice a section under the biographical information that states the following: Other Impactful Experiences. To provide some additional context around each individual's application, admissions committees are interested in learning more about the challenges applicants may have overcome in life. The following question is designed to give you the opportunity to provide additional information about yourself that is not easily captured in the rest of the application. Please consider whether this question applies to you. Medical schools do not expect all applicants to answer yes to this question. This question is intended for applicants who have overcome major challenges or obstacles. Some applicants may not have experiences that are relevant to this question. Other applicants may not feel comfortable sharing personal information in their application. So what is the question? Have you overcome challenges or obstacles in life that you would like to describe in more detail? So what is the question? Have you overcome challenges or obstacles in your life that you would like to describe in more detail? This could include lived experiences related to your family background, financial background, community setting, educational experiences, and/or other life circumstances. So if you click yes to this question, this text box appears, showing you that you have 1325 characters, including spaces, to describe why you selected yes. They go on to give you more elaboration if you click on the "How should I know if I should answer yes to this question?" A new window opens up, elaborating on examples of the types of experiences that could qualify you to write this essay and the writing instructions. However, they note that this is not a fully inclusive list, but that any experiences that you choose to write about should be ones that directly impacted your life opportunities. So again, areas where challenges might be considered: family background, community settings, financial background, educational experiences, and other general life circumstances beyond your control that impacted your life and/or presented barriers. These are notably just examples and not an exhaustive list of all the circumstances that could qualify you to write the Other Impactful Experiences essay. To provide additional clarity, there's an FAQ page on the updated Other Impactful Experiences essay on the AAMC website. Although it mostly reiterates what's already been provided in the application prompts, it does note that the experiences described can be from any point in the applicant's lifetime and do not need to be related to the field of medicine or healthcare. So there are some things you'll probably want to consider when deciding if you want to write this essay and how you want to write it. So for one, did you have significantly challenging life experiences that would be outside the quote-unquote norm for the quote-unquote average medical school matriculant? Did these experiences impact your medical school journey in any way? Did they impact your academics or your ability to gain extracurriculars or your ability to succeed in those extracurriculars or seek opportunities? Would sharing information on your impactful life experiences provide context to any of the gaps or delays in your academics or extracurriculars? And would you be prepared to discuss any of this information in an interview? It's worth noting that anything written in the primary or on the secondaries are fair game to discuss in an interview should you be invited to one. You most certainly won't be interrogated on these experiences or asked to defend your situation or responses to your circumstances, but it is worth considering whether you're comfortable discussing your situation at all when deciding whether to write this essay and what content this essay should have. So this is an example formula that I use to structure my thoughts. I used 2 to 3 sentences to describe the disadvantage or the impactful experiences. I used another 2 to 3 sentences to relate it back to how it directly impacted my pre-med journey. And then in the last tale, I used the remaining characters to detail how I grew from these experiences. Before we get into an example, I just want to go over some major things to avoid and alternative approaches to get your point across. So firstly, don't write defensively. You may feel like you need to explain or justify every statement you make, every feeling you have, and every response that you've had or didn't have. But when writing this, you will make a much stronger case for yourself by sticking to the facts and letting the facts speak for themselves. So don't downplay or dramatize. As I mentioned in the personal statement video, the strength of your essays are not going to come from the descriptive imagery, especially not to an audience of mostly STEM-oriented and therefore very facts-driven individuals that constitute most of the admissions committees. You don't have to explain away every nuance that made your situation more bearable to demonstrate your humility or gratitude for the privileges that you do have, and you don't have to dramatize situations to make the readers feel for you. Do, however, use keywords and phrases. If your area was underserved, say it was an underserved area. If your family's resources were stretched thin and you guys needed food stamps, say that your family utilized federal and state financial support, exactly as it's phrased by the AAMC. Don't talk about hypotheticals. There's no need to talk about how you could have succeeded better if this situation hadn't been a factor. Again, let the facts speak for themselves. If you have space, you can use statistics to back you up. For example, if you're from a single-parent household due to parental incarceration, if your father was incarcerated, you only had a 15% chance of graduating college. And if your mother was incarcerated, that's a 2% chance. This is in contrast to the 40% chance of graduating college overall of your peers. Instead of elaborating on how if you'd had a role model or social supports you could have done better, just state the statistics and let them speak for themselves. Do not blame or make excuses. This is not the place to blame your shortcomings on the experiences or disadvantages that you faced. However, this is a great place to demonstrate your ability to identify what was and is within your control and how you can and have improved your own character to improve your outcomes. Do not come off as bitter. While these are understandably touchy subjects that you're likely writing about, we don't want to come off as bitter or overly negative in our outlook, even if our past trauma justifies it. Instead, if possible, end on a high note to show how you have both learned from these difficult experiences, moved beyond them, and become a stronger and better version of yourself, either because of or in spite of these circumstances. So this is my example from my application that got me accepted to a top 20 MD school. So in gray, I provide a little bit of context as far as the circumstances that I was facing. In yellow, I connect it back to how it affected my academics and my ability to get extracurricular experiences. And then in pink, I show how I responded to these circumstances and did my best to grow from them. I do want to note that in 2 of my 4 MD interviews, I was asked about some of this content in reference to how it motivates me today and what kinds of works it motivates me to do. So that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was of some benefit to you on your pre-med journey. If you liked this content, please subscribe and hit the like button, and I hope to see you in the next video.